me welcome on board Mayuresh now and take it across to him on IT sector. That's taking quite a bit of beating today, Mayuresh. Infosys is down 3.5%, L&T Tech is down over 3%, HCL Tech, Tech Mahindra. Yes, of course, these stocks have run up as well quite a bit in the last 3 to 4 months. But what's the expectation from here on IT?
Afternoon, Anisha. I think two things happening here. One, I think from a results perspective, a large part of the mid-cap IT basket has performed really well. So even on a higher base, the expectation in terms of how revenue growth will be in constant currency terms was very, very stable. The margins were very, very stable, and the commentaries were surprisingly very, very robust over the next few months and quarters as well. Valuations and late-stage basis obviously is something which is not in favor of mid-cap IT or large-cap IT to a large extent. But I think earnings will keep on continuing growing at a decent pace. The headwind probably is what Trump might probably do in terms of visa curves, so on and so forth. We've seen that in the past as well. And these companies probably adjust themselves pretty well. So in terms of their headcount cost actually going higher, if this transpires as Trump assumes office, I think the IT companies will take that in its stride and probably hedge themselves against the possible disruptions that can take place. Valuations are no doubt expensive, but we continue holding a few stocks like Coforge, Infosys, Persistent in our global portfolios.
Okay, so that's the take on the IT stocks and the way one should look at them right now.
Mahindra and Mahindra is just launching cars after cars after cars. And when they're not launching cars, they are launching motorcycles and scooters. I mean, seriously. I mean, either they're launching cars or scooters. Every 10 days we get an invite saying that, okay, come for a product launch, car launch or a scooter launch. What is happening there?
Probably look at the basket, even within the PV space. The 10 or 12 lakh price tags and vehicles above that are surprisingly held up. Obviously, I think because of the base effect that you're probably seeing, you're going to see some element of stagnation happen over the next few months. But the new launches that Mahindra has done, the kind of features it is offering and the price points at which it is coming at, it is obviously in competition to the entire EV ecosystem in the PV space, largely dominated by the Tata Nexon at this juncture as we speak. But to a large extent, the expectation in terms of the demand outlook stabilizing in the first half in terms of volume growth coming back, and in expectations of their farm equipment segment actually holding up and offsetting the kind of stagnation one expects to see in the automotive business is something that can hold up the earnings for Mahindra. Obviously, I think its subsidiaries on an SOTP basis should continue doing well, both in terms of their IT arm, the finance arm. And therefore, I think on a sum of parts basis, earnings should remain stable. Obviously, I think on the core automotive business, the next quarter or two might be sluggish because of the higher base and expectations of recovery coming with a lag effect.
Mayuresh, has the storm come and gone for Adani group of stocks? If yes, which is the one which you think one should really buy into?
So I think whether the storm has come or not, Nikunj, I think it might still be some elements in terms of how the elements take place, specifically for the entire group itself. But again, as Naresh was pointing out, I think Adani Ports is one stock which might actually do well going forward as well. Obviously, the kind of numbers that they've been posting so far, we've heard a lot in terms of the mechanization of operations taking place. The acquisitions that they've probably done will also ensure that the mechanization part extends to these acquisitions as well, which means the cost optimization in terms of running the overall operations should relatively get better in the next few quarters. And obviously, I think the optionality that comes through in terms of the excess land that they probably have at this juncture adds to the expected valuations that come through. So I think within the group, I think Adani Ports is one stock that investors can keep on watching.
Okay, we'll watch out for that one, at least from the entire pack, because yes, it's been a bit of a volatile ride for that one.
Collectively, I think large and mid caps, Anisha, I think that's where I think the meat of the alpha generation lies. But yeah, I think a mix of both where leadership probably exists.
That's the view coming in as far as the large cap, mid cap, small cap trends are concerned. With that, I'll let you go, gentlemen. Thanks so much for making time and speaking with us. Closing trades nearing bad. It's been a decent kind of expiry and month, and I say that.
If you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe to ET Now.